Hey, what's up, guys? It's Andy back with Level 1 News, and today we're going to be talking and giving you a quick recap of Bethesda's E3 Press Conference. And jumping right into it, Doom Eternal coming soon, looks awesome. Sequel to 2016's Doom relaunch, relaunch of the franchise, which was really successful and a really great game. And they did say it would be more of the same fast-paced, gory action and everything you come to expect and love from Doom, but even more enemies and monsters, and actually double. They said double what was in the other game, so look forward for that. And more info will be coming on that game at QuakeCon this year, so we'll look out for that and we'll keep you posted as it comes. A lot of Elder Scrolls news was announced also. Elder Scrolls 6, they didn't really give a lot of real information. They just showed like almost like a drone view of like some rocky, like mountainous area. Not really enough to give me any indication of like where the setting would be. I'm sure the fan theories are going to be coming. I'm sure they're probably out there right now, but they did announce that they're working on it, and so that was cool. They also announced Elder Scrolls Blades, which is a mobile game coming to iOS and Android in the fall, and it is free to play. It seems like a cool game. They showed off some action. The fighting seems very similar to what you expect from Elder Scrolls, just on a mobile device. Some magic spells and stuff that they showed off. Really cool. It will have crossplay. They said that they're working on it for consoles in the future and PC, and it's gonna have like crossplay, so that's really cool. Great looking RPG for the mobile device. It also has like a town builder aspect. It's not a city builder game per se, but it will have that in it, and like the more you build up your city, the more quests you unlock, the more NPCs you're gonna unlock, and the more stuff that you can do. So that looks really cool. You can actually pre-order that right now and just have it ready when it comes out. I already did that on the Google Play Store, and it's actually already right up there at the top of coming soon. So you don't even have to go far to look for it. Elder Scrolls Legends, which is a big, growing in popularity a lot. It's getting really big. They announced that it's coming to Switch, just like virtually everything else is coming to Switch, and that they're working on new versions of it for console. They also said that your progress on PC will transfer over if you have a Bethesda account, so you don't have to worry about losing your stuff or starting over from scratch. There is more info on Elder Scrolls Legends on their website. They had a whole blog post about it, so you can get all the information you need there if you're really psyched about that. Quake Champions, QuakeCon is coming up, and be sure to download Quake Champions because they did say that it's a free-to-play game. It's going to be free-to-play when it comes out, but because they're still like in early access mode and beta testing the game, it's $30 for early access. But this week it's actually free, and it's free forever. If you download it now for free, you'll always have it. You don't have to pay. But on June 18th, it's going back up to $30. So make sure you download Quake Champions this week. They did show off Rage 2, which looks really awesome. A lot of people love Rage 1. Some people say it's ahead of its time and stuff. It's a great open world first person shooter, and it looks super gory and really awesome. They also said they got a $120 collector's edition coming out, similar to, remember, Fallout 4 came out with like the whole Pip-Boy for Fallout 4 collector's edition. They're doing that for Rage 2, and it's gonna come with like a talking head statue. It's gonna come with like a talking head statue, and it's also gonna have like some in-game content and exclusive stuff. So if you like to collect the collector's editions of things, like the Rage 2 one seems really cool, and it has a lot of good stuff. That's coming out in spring of 2019. As with everything, we'll keep you posted. We're gonna keep an eye on all that stuff. They also showed that they're working on Starfield, which is something that's been like a rumor online since forever. I think like in 2013 they like put a trademark on the name like of Starfield, And so it just set all the rumors in motion of like this is going to be their new game, their new franchise, you know, coming in with Fallout and Elder Scrolls and all of that. And so at the press conference they finally like revealed like, yes, this is something that they are working on. Again, like with Elder Scrolls 6, they didn't really show any information really aside from a few like shots of like space and like a space station, a planet in the distance. So it's definitely going to be sci-fi and like space oriented. But look forward for that coming out. That's really cool. They haven't done like a whole new thing like that in years. So, you know, a lot of people are super psyched about that. And then of course they gave us the news that everyone was watching for. Everyone was watching for Fallout. And so finally they revealed Fallout Shelter is coming to Switch and PS4. No, seriously though, it is coming to Switch and PS4. It's been on Xbox for a little while. It was mobile first, PC. It's a fun game. They also said actually that 120 million people played Fallout Shelter, more than any of their other games combined, which is crazy. That's like I played it when it first came out because I'm a huge Fallout fan, and it's a fun game. But they didn't really announce any new content for it, unfortunately. But Switch and PS4, when they get it, they're gonna get it with everything, you know, immediately. All the content is gonna come out for it. So if you're a fan of Fallout Shelter, you could download that on your Switch. That's like a fun game to have like on Switch. I think it'll do well there, but apparently it's done very well despite not being there already. So what do I know, right? They also announced some, going back to Elder Scrolls a little bit, Elder Scrolls Online information. Nothing too huge also, but they did announce that apparently like Elder Scrolls has really gotten successful in the last year. When it first rolled out, a lot of Elder Scrolls fans were not really happy with the game. A lot of people were conflicted. Not everyone thought it was such a great MMO and all this stuff. And it had a few issues. But, you know, Bethesda really worked on that game and, like, really nurtured it. And, like, that's their, like, MMO. Like, they're sticking with it and going with it. And it's sort of paying off for them, despite, you know, people being conflicted at first, because they said they have gained millions of users in the past year alone, and so it's actually getting stronger and building and getting bigger. So shout out to Bethesda for that. That's pretty awesome. They have a new DLC coming out that they announced also, Somerset. And so yeah, make sure if you're a fan of Elder Scrolls Online, it wasn't really like a huge information dump. Like, people knew a lot of this stuff already, but it was cool like to learn about how big it's getting and how much more it's growing, you know. Yeah, so again, we'll keep you posted on everything. I know I keep saying that, but I just want to stress the fact that we will. Okay? So yeah, Fallout 76, like that's what everyone was really watching for, and that's what we all wanted to know about, honestly. And as someone that's a huge Fallout fan, I kind of, sort of expected this. I was just like, I don't know if they were gonna do like MMO, like Elder Scrolls Online for Fallout or whatever. Like there was a lot of speculation, and I was definitely a part of the speculating. At the Microsoft press conference the day before, they did like say that it was gonna be in the wastelands of West Virginia, and that it was 4 times bigger than Fallout 4 and stuff, which led to more speculation. And finally on stage they did do the big reveal that it is an entirely online game, and that you can play it solo, but it's better to play it with your friends. It's going to be all online. The building aspect is back, which, you know, that they really revamped with Fallout 4, especially with like mods and stuff like that, and the whole, you know, building your own vault. And it's just really cool. They're adding that stuff. You could build your own base and everything, but it can be destroyed by wasteland monsters, by raiders, other players. They actually even showed off like the fact that there are nuclear missile silos, and while they're going to be a little tough to get, you can like collect the codes. And this is where it comes in handy to play a little bit cooperative, because if someone else has the codes, you can team up and launch a missile anywhere you want in the map. So, that's a way that playing co-op is going to be beneficial. But dying doesn't mean loss of progression. So you should be okay, but you have to rebuild everything, I'm assuming, right? They also announced that this game would have dedicated servers just for it, so that we're not gonna have these problems that we had with so many games where you get on first thing, like Elder Scrolls. Actually, I remember when I first bought Elder Scrolls Online, like, it was just a nightmare trying to connect and trying to get into the game the first day. And so I think they're trying to do better and support this one a little bit more, because they don't want that same rollout, and they don't want to lose people right off the bat, like with Elder Scrolls when it first came out. And they did say dedicated servers, so you can play now and play for years to come. So I think they're trying to run with this thing like they're doing with Elder Scrolls, where they're just going to keep pushing out content and trying to make it much bigger and keep people playing. And I think that's what they're going to do with this. They're trying to go for like the long haul, a lot of active users. And I'm a little excited. I want to see it. The beta is coming soon. They're going to have a beta for it. You can pre-order the game on June 15th, but it comes out November 14th. And any new information we find out, obviously we'll let you know. And the game looked great. You could go online right now. They have like a ton of footage from the game. The only thing that I would say that as a Fallout fan that I didn't see, like, I don't know how, you obviously can't have VATS, like the perception, like when you're building your perception and you get all these perks for your VATS, like, how are you gonna do that with like with online players? I don't think it's gonna work. But I don't know, we'll see. A lot of new monsters and stuff, and they did say that there's gonna be like 4 distinct like major areas and stuff. Like, it's gonna be really cool, and there's a ton of footage out there. It looks great, and I'm really looking forward to it, honestly. Bethesda really announced a lot of stuff. And of course, last but not least, VR everything. Like, Bethesda is making everything for VR, like Elder Scrolls, Fallout VR, like everything. Like, everything they're doing is coming to VR. They're even making a Wolfenstein VR. So and they're making a Wolfenstein prequel also. So yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff. They actually announced a lot of stuff. Some of it new, some of it not really surprising. Even like Starfield, because people have speculated about this for so long online, that now that they announced it and they didn't really show a lot of stuff, like, some people, now that they announced it and they didn't really show a lot of stuff aside from like a couple screenshots in that video, like a video, some people are like, oh, well, we already kind of knew that they were working on this for years. I think it's cool to see. Like, I think Starfield will probably come out before Elder Scrolls 6, most likely. And I don't think either game is coming out soon, so we'll see. I mean, look at Doom. That's not coming out till like next year. And so it's a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of cool stuff. And I'm excited. I'm a huge Bethesda fan. I love Fallout. I loved Elder Scrolls. Like, I first started playing Oblivion, and that's when I really got into it. And then I went back and played Morrowind after, like, before that. And and obviously Skyrim is huge. Skyrim is so huge that people actually think that it's called like Skyrim. Whenever they see an Elder Scrolls game, they're like, "Oh, look, Skyrim." Like, it's not called Skyrim, it's Elder Scrolls, but that's how big that game was. And that's why they also did like the whole remastered, and they just kept pushing that game out because it's such a huge franchise as well. And Bethesda is really great, they make a lot of cool stuff. And so that was a really cool press conference. E3 is still going. We still have like 2 more days, so we're going to keep watching. We're going to keep uploading videos or articles on the site. So make sure you check us out, and we'll let you know everything that's going on, everything that we know. So thanks for watching, and We'll keep you posted.